Hey, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Young Mustard coming at you once again. And today we are going to actually talk about two topics, and one of those topics being one of the most, popular topics over the past few days, or should I say the past 48 hours, Shaquille O'Neal and JaVale McGee's, Twitter beef and the video that, Shaq put up of JaVale. And we're also going to discuss Draymond Green, his comments towards Paul Pierce and, the controversy surrounding him and the Warriors. So first, I'm going to talk about JaVale McGee and Shaquille O'Neal's, Twitter beef that's been going on over the past, 24 hours. Now, apparently TNT put out a video of, I don't know what it's called. I think it's called Doctor Strange or something like that. And they pretty much just got on JaVale McGee. I mean, he's pretty much the owner of Shaq and the Fool. I mean, this guy's a Shaq and the Fool Hall of Famer. He's got like 85 MVPs in Shaq and the Fool. I mean, let's just face it, JaVale McGee's a player who just manages to fuck up any play, and he can fuck up any play. I am so serious, whether it's football, basketball, any sport, because some of the shit he's done in basketball games is just so unbelievable. If this guy was in football, imagine some of the shit he would do. I mean, he ran the wrong way in a basketball game. Imagine what he could do in a football game. I mean, the fact that, teams are willing to pay this man American dollars, millions of American dollars, is just so unbelievable. I just cannot believe that he's been on multiple teams like, the Washington Wizards, the Denver Nuggets, now the Golden State Warriors. It's just unbelievable that teams are willing to pay this man millions of American dollars. I repeat, it's just amazing. That's an accomplishment for JaVale McGee. But yeah, like I said, TNT put out a video of, them clowning JaVale McGee and all the shit that he's done throughout his whole career. And JaVale McGee got pissed, He said, nah, I'm not going to stand for this no more, man. I'm going to put on my big boy pants and I'm going to finally respond to Shaquille O'Neal. And let me take it to Twitter because that's where all celebrities go when they want to beef. Now check out what, JaVale McGee said. JaVale McGee said, Shaq, get my nuts out your mouth and eat a dick. Hashtag that is all. Now, JaVale McGee also tweeted something else after this. Let me show you what he tweeted again. Now, JaVale McGee also tweeted after that and said, all right, I'm done responding, I think. Now, this is a stupid ass tweet. You only tweeted one thing, dude. You didn't tweet a whole bunch of shit. Now you're saying, all right, I'm done responding. Dude, you said one thing. You didn't say a whole bunch of shit. Now, then Shaq responded saying this. Now, I really just can't take Shaq seriously. He said, at JaVale McGee 34, don't be acting like you a G. I'll smack the shit out your bum ass. You the one that be looking stupid with your dumb ass. Hashtag bum ass. Now, man, Shaq is just hella funny. I mean, this guy just pretty much has no chill, especially when it comes to JaVale McGee and clowning anybody who, pretty much puts themselves in a situation to be clowned. Now, Shaq, like I said, he has no type of chill whatsoever. He continued to go on. He said, at JaVale McGee, 34. Now, since you want a good team, you want to act like you a player. Now, stop it. You will only be remembered for Shaq and the Fool. Hashtag bum ass. Now, this is 1,000% correct. No one is going to remember JaVale McGee as the guy who lost to Blake Griffin. They're going to remember this guy as the guy who pretty much was a Shaq and the Fool Hall of Famer. Shaq and the Fool 84-time MVP. Now, I really don't know how this order went, but JaVale McGee, I'm assuming, responded to that and said, last thing, think about this. He woke up and I was the first thing on his mind when he made that video. Ain't that weird to y'all? JaVale, shut the fuck up. I mean, I'm pretty sure you weren't the first thing on his mind. He woke up, got dressed, did all this shit, went to work and made a video. Shaq clowns players, dude. That's what he does. Now, you are the main person he clowns because you're worthy of being clowned, JaVale. You keep fucking up. Then JaVale tweeted again. He said, maybe he's in love with me. Maybe I should be flattered. I don't know, guys. I mean, like I said, JaVale, shut the fuck up. No one's really in love with you. No one gives a shit about you. You pretty much started Shaq and the Fool. Like I said before, if you didn't have anything for him to clown, he wouldn't have been clowning you in the first place. Now, JaVale McGee's tweeted in response to Shaq. He quoted his tweet and he said, oh, we threatening people now? Kick rocks, you old bastard. You ain't gonna do shit, and that's on my mama. Stick to cooning. Now, in this tweet, the cooning part, I'm not going to really address that, to be honest, because I'm not going to get into that, issue of race and everything. Now, then he said, you threatening people. I mean, Shaq, he always makes references to I'ma beat your ass. I mean, let me just show you this clip he said to Charles Barkley.
The inappropriate. When you said that man doesn't want to compete, That's what ticked him off. And I would have did the same thing. I would have came right back at your rack. I would have came up here and punched you in your face. That's what I would have did.
Well, first of all, you're not a good fighter. Listen, our job.
As you can see, Shaq always makes comments like that. He's not like, someone who's really going to go out there and, kick somebody's ass. He's smarter than that. He knows the money. He knows where the money is. He knows he's going to mess up endorsements and, anything he has in ties with money. If, he messes up his publicity and messes up his reputation even more based off his NBA career. Now, I'm going to show you guys this tweet. I already showed you this earlier, but I just, want to add something. It's funny how he said last thing. Dude, he kept tweeting like, some more shit. And then, earlier he even said last comment, I think. So JaVale, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's just, saying shit that just, comes up in his head. He's just, being so random here. He's just, he's not really thinking about this. And Shaq pretty much dissected him. Let me show you what Shaq said in response to JaVale's responses to him. Shaq tweeted at JaVale McGee 34, we gonna see how tough you are when I see your ass. Hashtag bum ass McGee. Hashtag bums acting like they players. Hashtag clown ass ballers. Hashtag you need more people. Shaq just pretty much is just destroying this guy on Twitter. And that's what Shaq does. He clowns people. And like I said before, JaVale, you deserve to be clowned. You just like to fuck shit up on the court. You are the clown of the clowns in the NBA. Now, Shaq also tweeted this pic. He said, America meet JaVale Bum McGee. I mean, my God, Shaq is just dissecting this nigga. He's flaming his ass. He's putting him on the stove and he's lighting that shit on extra, extra high. He don't give a shit. He don't care how far he go. And we all know Shaq don't give a fuck. He got no chill. He does not give no shit about JaVale McGee. He could light this nigga up for, pretty much the rest of his career. And he pretty much will. Now, KD, JaVale McGee's teammate on the Warriors, was asked about the situation. He said, JaVale worked extremely hard, has come in here and done extremely well as a player, which is a fucking lie. He only wants to be respected like anyone else. I understand that Shaq works for a company that wants him to do that type of stuff, make fun of players. It's cool, it's funny, but when you keep doing it time and time again, and a guy actually disagrees with you and threatens him, I don't know cops could treat civilians like that. Now, we all know he's trying to refer to the fact that, Shaq is, helping out down there in Miami with, the police force and everything like that. But I'm just going to take that out the situation because I don't give a shit. Who cares? I mean, Shaq also has another job to clown players. So he has two jobs. He's not really, like I explained before, he's not really threatening him to the point that, he's not really going to do shit. We know he's not going to do shit. KD also added, it's definitely childish, but that's what they want from these stars and these retired players is to feud with the guy who's actually playing now and make arguments and disagreements. If I was JaVale, I'd feel the same way. It's childish. He also went on to add this. KD stated Shaq was a shit free throw shooter. He missed dunks. He airballed free throws. He couldn't shoot outside the paint. He was bigger than everyone, didn't have no skill, bigger and stronger than everyone, still a great player. But you had your flaws, and as a player, you played on 5 or 6 teams, so it's not like he's some perfect center. You had your flaws too. I didn't know cops could go on Twitter and threaten civilians like that. I'm glad JaVale challenged him. Now, this is so fucking hypocritical of Kevin Durant. Now, Kevin Durant bringing up that Shaq went to different teams is very hypocritical. I mean, you just left Oklahoma City to go to Golden State, who just beat you when you were up 3-1, by the way. So this sounds a bit hypocritical on KD's part to bring that up, but everything else, I kind of agree with it. I mean, he's just pretty much sticking up for his teammates. So, I mean, it's whatever. I don't really give a shit to KD's words, but Shaq, on the other hand, he kind of did. So let's see Shaq's response to this. Shaq said at KD Trey 5, which is Kevin Durant's Twitter handle, mind your business, this ain't for you. Now, obviously, he's pretty much telling him, get the fuck out of here. No one's talking to you. I don't have beef with you. I have beef with JaVale. He also tweeted something else and he stated, Shaq said, Kevin Durant, I understand you sticking up for your teammate. That's cool, but your boy JaVale McGee is still a bum. He started it. I'm going to finish it. Which he's not wrong. I mean, Shaq did, he did his job. He didn't, go at JaVale McGee, out of his way. He did his job as, a comedian / person who gives his opinion on commentaries and stuff of that nature. I mean, if JaVale McGee gets in his feelings, that's not on Shaq. That's on JaVale being a little bitch. Now, what's my overall opinion on this situation? I got three opinions. One, Kevin Durant, to sit there and say that, Shaq had no skill, because he did say, that phrase that he had no real skill. Shut the fuck up. He won championships, which is something that you haven't done to this point. So you have no place to talk. But in terms of him defending his teammate, that's fine. I mean, he should be able to do that. But I bet you deep down, KD knows, and the rest of that Warriors locker room knows, JaVale McGee is a bum. I mean, JaVale McGee is a backup to Zaza Pachulia. I mean, for Christ's sake, that is garbage. That's below average. That's so far below average. He's a bum. He's a scrub. He's a bench warmer. He belongs right where he is, on the end of that fucking bench. He's the worst player on that fucking team. Now, for JaVale McGee, he is 1,000% incorrect in this whole situation. Shaq is paid to criticize you. That's one. Two, you keep giving Shaq reasons to criticize you, whether you were in Washington, Philly, Denver, Dallas, and now you're in Golden State. And that's another thing. Kevin Durant, you fucked that shit up too, because JaVale McGee's been on 5 teams, so you kind of counteracted your argument. I mean, you went to Golden State. You went to a situation to where you don't have to do much. All you got to do is stay there and play defense. All you got to do is be a body, pretty much. But nah, you can't do that. You and Zaza Pachulia are some scrubs. You're even worse than Zaza Pachulia in, some people's minds. I mean, you keep giving Shaq reasons to make fun of you.
Beach Boardwalk. All that info at Warriors.com, but the Santa Cruz Warriors playing at Oracle for the very first time.
Surfing bobblehead. Okay.
I wonder if JaVale McGee was going to take that ball out of bounds. He just made Shaq in the fool.
I think surfing, by
and
the
he
way,
knows it.
Just the song Surfing. Okay, I won't sing it for you, but I think that was the first Beach Boys song that was a hit. They were just little youngsters.
You're going to see this on TNT with Shaquille O'Neal. He's going to inbound the ball.
Oops. I see he did not do that on purpose. Bob, I did it on purpose. I didn't forget. Oh, that's funny.
And the funniest thing about that video I just showed you? The fact that he points in the crowd like this. Michael, can you give JaVale just a little bit of some advice here?
Stop it. Get some help.
Man, that Vine never gets old, if I'm going to be honest. But without further ado, let's get into the Draymond Green and Paul Pierce situation. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I'm going to try to make this segment as short as possible, because I'm not trying to make this whole video be a fucking movie. But Draymond Green pretty much called out Paul Pierce on the bench and said, hey, man, you're not going to get a farewell tour. You're not Kobe Bryant. You announced your retirement. You're putting up, 2 points a game? And no one even voted for you to be an all-star. No one cares that you're retiring. You're not Kobe Bryant. Check out the video and the audio of Draymond Green dissing Paul Pierce, and we'll be back with the rest of the commentary.
Chasing that farewell tour, they don't allow you like that. You can't get no farewell tour, they don't allow you like that.
Now, I know Paul Pierce. I know he had to have said something back on the court. We just didn't catch the audio clip of him saying it, but he probably knew there was not going to be an audio clip of him saying it, so he went to Twitter, and then this is what he posted on Twitter. Now, Paul Pierce has tweeted, he said, 73 wins and you thought you were going to win the title that year. 3-1 lead. Oops. Now, this is just clever. I mean, using his own words against him. Classic, veteran move. Now, Paul Pierce, he came out later on that day or earlier this morning, I believe, and he said, hey, there's no real beef going on between me and, Draymond. This is not no JaVale and Shaq type thing. We were just being, what players do. We're being competitive, and that's fine. I don't really think this is that big of a deal, if I'm going to be real. Now, for those getting on Draymond Green for, disrespecting a veteran, shut the fuck up. I mean, y'all idolize Michael Jordan, and if you think Draymond Green's bad, Michael Jordan was another fucking level compared to Draymond Green. Michael Jordan literally ended careers with trash talk. Michael Jordan, whether it was to rookies or veterans, he did not give a shit who he talked to. Michael Jordan did that as soon as he got in the league. So shut that shit down. Stop being hypocritical towards Draymond all the time. In conclusion, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Do you think Draymond Green was being rude towards a veteran such as Paul Pierce, that he needs to humble himself? Or do you think this was just competitive nature going on between an up-and-coming star and another veteran who will be in the Hall of Fame? And also let me know what y'all think about the JaVale McGee situation with Shaq. Do you agree with JaVale McGee that Shaq needs to let off of him, get off of his back for once and for all? Or do you think that Shaq, he was right, he was just doing his job? Y'all let me know what y'all think down there in the comment section. Don't forget to drop a like, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Now, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, add me on Snapchat. The links are down below in that description box. This is your boy Young Mustard signing out. Peace.